Joining us now is Kelly Malcolm, the VP of Exploration for Amex Exploration. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much for having me on, really appreciate it.
So tell us about your key mine, the Perron mine in Quebec. What's special about it?
Very, very, very high grade gold. We've made 3 different discoveries so far on the project. It is in a wonderful jurisdiction with highway access. You can drive there from Toronto in 6 hours right to our core shack, and it's very low cost exploration.
And the company recently raised about 15 million combined. Is that all going to be used for exploration primarily, or what's going to be the use primarily?
So we did 9.5 in flow through that will all be used solely for exploration. Did $4 million in hard. Some will be used for exploration, some will be used for corporate G&A, but we're going to have a very, very exciting exploration program for 2020. We have 3 drills actively turning on site right now, 2 doing definition and expansion drilling, and 1 doing pure regional exploration, which is going to help bring the blue sky down to reality and down to investors.
And so, speaking of investors, when they're looking at mining companies, they're always looking for that one nugget of information that makes a company stand out, because there's so many of them and it can be confusing. So what is it about Amex that makes you stand out and makes you interesting?
Grade is king. I'm sure you've heard that before. We really, really have high grades on this project. If you take a look at our news over the past year, every single news release that we put out is punctuated by a beautiful multi-ounce, really strong headline hole, along with really consistent grades throughout.
Now, speaking of discoveries, you made one in, let's call it the fall of 2018. I was just looking at the stock price. It was trading around 6 cents, eventually got up to around $1.50 or so. So the markets really took an interest, consolidated from there, but now you're back around those levels. And the stock chart looks nice, so it seems like investors are paying attention. What's your impression of, investors' impression of your company?
So exactly like you said, at the very beginning, we had mania, we had everyone buying. We had Eric Sprott come in sort of right at the beginning of his buying spree, and then he went hard in the market, and then we had that big skyrocket from 8 cents to $1.50, settled down a bit, and now it's been more consistent growth that's been following our news, which is consistent growth in our potential resource, and we're just building out the project into something that we think is very substantial. So people are following, people are watching, people are buying, stock's going up, and it looks like it's headed in that trajectory. And
is Eric Sprott still a shareholder?
Oh yeah, he owns 12% or 13%
there
of
you
the
go,
company.
okay.
He played in the last 2 financings we did.
All right.
For a multi-million-dollar ticket each time. So he's great to have on site.
So you've been touched by Eric Sprott. That's usually a good thing.
It doesn't sound very good, but yes.
No, I meant like, from on high, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's been really good.
Yeah, anyway. All right, thanks, Kelly.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Kelly Malcolm from Amex Exploration.